This is Tennessee in 10. Headlines and weather from around the state in less than 10 minutes.
Good morning. I'm Amanda Hara at WSMV in Nashville. Covenant School students will return to class this week after surviving last year's deadly school shooting. And extra security will be waiting for them when they return. A volunteer patrol organized by the Uvalde Foundation for Kids will set up around the school's temporary site at Brentwood Hills Church of Christ. The Uvalde Foundation says the volunteers have all gone through background checks and extensive training. They'll be on site throughout the entire school year. And a week from today, Tennessee lawmakers will return to the Capitol for a special session to pass laws focused on public safety. Gun control, of course, expected to come up. Several Covenant parents are talking about the session, including Katie Dickhouse, mother of Evelyn, a 9-year-old who was killed in the school shooting.
Our lives were forever changed by simply dropping our girls off at school. Beginning August 21st, Tennessee lawmakers will decide whether to pass responsible firearm safety laws that will work towards protecting our children and their right to life. What's more important?
One bill that is not expected to pass, Governor Bill Lee's Order of Protection plan. The lieutenant governor says it likely won't get enough votes. A salamander, once commonly found in the Appalachian Mountains, is now considered an endangered species. Scientists trying to save the elusive eastern hellbender. The Nashville Zoo has about 30 of them. They breed and then release them into the wild. A mass shooting in Memphis sent 8 people to the hospital. Police say someone fired several rounds into a crowd just a block away from Beale Street. This happened early yesterday morning. All of the victims are expected to survive. There are no suspects in custody. And the TBI is investigating after a man died in Memphis police custody on Friday. Police say a 19-year-old was rummaging through boxes outside of homes and then started looking inside mailboxes. Officers say that he fought back when they tried to put him in handcuffs. He died a few hours later. Police say the boxes he was looking in contained rat poison.
In the WVLT newsroom, I'm Harry Sullivan. A 1-year-old girl at the center of an Amber Alert is now safe after being found in Knoxville. Officials say her non-custodial father, who's also a registered sex offender, abducted her. The Kershaw County Sheriff's Office in South Carolina says the girl was reported missing on Friday afternoon around 1 o'clock. THP troopers found the girl with her 50-year-old father, Joseph Lee Jacobson, at a Kroger parking lot in Knoxville. Deputies say license plate readers actually helped find his location. Jacobson is in jail on kidnapping charges. The child is now back home, safe in South Carolina with her mother. And his crews continue to comb through the island of Maui after what the state governor calls the worst disaster in state history. The volunteer spirit is on its way. Joe Hurston with Air Mobile Ministries is on the way to the heart of the damage to set up water purifiers for those affected. Maui did issue an unsafe water advisory, meaning they can't drink or even boil their water. Hurston says his device will clean up to 25 gallons of pure water every hour for 1,000 people a day. He tells us he almost sat this trip out while he and his wife recover from surgeries, but his wife and his faith pushed him to go.
Disasters don't wait. And when we have a tool and a machine, Gwendolyn, that can save lives, it's kind of like I say, woe be unto me if I don't go. And the Lord will say, why didn't you go? I gave you everything you needed. Even brought healing to your knee. So, yeah, and I'm so thankful for my wife on this one.
Hurston says he'll teach 2 organizations how to use the Air Mobile Rescuer before leaving it behind. And it is move-in week at the University of Tennessee. Thousands of students from across the country moving back into dorms and apartments near campus in Knoxville. After a record-high freshman class last year, campus leaders struggled to find housing for everyone. Some students were even placed in hotels. The executive director of University Housing says they did learn their lesson. They admitted fewer students this go-round. The university is also leasing some off-campus apartment complexes for more beds.
We want as many students as we can, but we also want them to have a good experience. Our applications are through the roof. Students really want to be here. It's a great time to be involved.
Right now, UT plans to build 3 new residence halls that would add thousands of new beds by 2026. University officials tell us no students are living in hotels this year. And some of the biggest names in country music uniting to recognize the 4-decade career of country music legends, the Judds. East Tennessee's own Dolly Parton, Jelly Roll, and Blake Shelton are among the stars featured on an album titled A Tribute to the Judds. The album will have 14 tracks with renditions of Naomi and Winona Judd songs scheduled to be released on October 27th. Those are your top stories from East Tennessee this morning. In Knoxville, I'm Harry Sullivan.
All right, Harry, thanks. Let's talk about the forecast across the state. Meteorologist Stefano DiPietro is here to talk more about kind of a storyline that we're all seeing: heat and the possibility of strong storms.
It really is a full bag of things today as we go through the afternoon. The big thing will be the midday lull that lets the atmosphere charge back up and give us another threat of some severe weather. Right now, some just moderate showers and thunderstorms working their way through parts of Middle Tennessee and getting into East Tennessee. So Nashville, Murfreesboro, Manchester, Jamestown, eventually near areas like Chattanooga and out near Johnson City. The severe threat, though, is not associated with that so much as it will be later today when additional showers and storms fire back up. A 2 out of 5 on the scale from Nashville, Cookeville, Knoxville, even just to the north of Chattanooga, all the way up through Johnson City. The showers and storms that are around right now will move through East Tennessee through the next few hours. Then we get that midday lull. That'll allow temperatures to actually get back into the 90s in some spots with a few lingering showers and storms in East Tennessee. Here's the timeline we're watching the late part of the evening into early tonight along and east of I-65 for those storms to work their way through. Main concerns will be damaging wind gusts, flooding, downpours. I can't totally rule out an isolated tornado, Amanda.
All right, Stefano, thanks. That's a look at your news and weather across the state. Thanks for joining us for Tennessee in 10. In Nashville, I'm Amanda Hara.
This is Tennessee in 10. Headlines and weather from around the state in less than 10 minutes.